Okay, you're in charge of organization. Truman, you're in charge of looking up random things we might need.
That's what I always do.
Oh, so do I, but now we only need one computer to do that.
That's what I do usually.
Everyone does it.
Well, pretty much everyone does.
Yeah, but Truman doesn't do it that well.
Oh, burn.
I'm always the one who gets the characters' names and whatnot.
Oh, that's because I don't give a shit about characters' names.
It's kind of important.
I never remember names. Who needs names? Names are just a figment of your imagination.
You're just an idiot.
I'm just jealous.
Of what? The fact that you're an idiot?
Power.
What power?
I don't know.
Welcome to the weekly watch of October 6th, 2013. I'm your host, Darkly10000, and with me, in the same room, right next to me, is Truman.
Right here.
And also, our master of organizing random cards, Nathan, next to me.
Stop touching me.
You guys are mean. So what did we watch this week, guys? And by this week, I mean 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I think it's literally, in 30 minutes, it will have been 2 weeks exactly.
Good point. But let's not dwell on the past.
We watched Himawari.
Oh my god, it was so awful. Was this your pick, Jay?
This was my pick.
It's a real Nate pick this week for you.
Well, the past couple weeks we had JoJo and
Psychopaths
and Zedakaran Children, Hyogo Kyosuke. No, wait, I forgot the unlimited Hyogo Kyosuke.
Wow, I'm really surprised you remembered all of that.
Of course I remembered it all.
Probably not, right?
What? Oh yeah, all those were so great. We needed something terrible.
That's not how it works.
Look, I can only have so many good things in my life. Other things need to be terrible and depressing, and it balances out. Yin and yang kind of thing.
Well, this was the balance then.
I'm so glad it balanced. Himawari, a show about high school ninjas.
It was the most forgettable thing I think we've watched. Like, even other shows that were bad weren't this just like, eh. Like,
We were able to yell about them.
Yeah, like this, I just don't give a shit about it so much. Like, it's weird because there's a whole lot of I don't give a shit. There's like a whole lot of void is my feelings about this show.
A whole lot of what?
A whole lot of void.
Void.
There's just a whole lot of nothingness.
Yeah, I'm gonna say after about two weeks of not watching it, I don't remember any of this plot lines.
There was no plot line.
Well, I mean, like, individual episodic plot lines.
Like, there was the intro, and then they...
Wait, I don't even know the intro.
The plane crashing.
The plane crashing, and then the teacher coming to the school, and then the whole teacher's point was to get money, and then the whole joke was the teacher didn't get any money. Honestly, the biggest thing I had is, why didn't the teacher just quit? I mean, he obviously was losing money.
Because, ninjas. He tried quitting several times.
I think the deal was he didn't have anywhere else to go, and there was possibility of him getting money there. And two, no one was allowed to leave the village.
The person was that one teacher literally put him into further debt instead of paying him.
Yeah, well,
it's like a scam. Teaching there drives him into poverty. Like, he's in debt, but the teaching there literally drives him into poverty.
So they can have him keep teaching.
He was forced to eat thrown out breadcrumbs to survive.
Yeah, and use student showers.
Yes.
And he was in an all-girl school, so it's a male teacher using
a
14-year-old girl's shower, bathroom.
So they kind of just skimmed over that, didn't they?
Well, you know.
Well, no, they made...
He was in a hot spring with them, and they didn't care.
Oh, God, I remembered something I gave a shit about. And by gave a shit about, I mean hated with a passion about this show.
Characters all unmemorable and stupid.
The Ganguro ninja chick.
Ganguro.
Brown skinned.
Oh, her voice?
Yes.
Oh, the melee one?
The one with the sword.
The one with the sword.
I hated her the most.
Her name.
Oh my god, her name is...
It starts with an M, I believe.
Himeji. Oh my god. I hated her voice with a passion. I'm looking up the voice actress who did it right now.
I looked her up, but she doesn't have that much to her. So...
She does one of the voices from Oritachi.
She does.
That's one of the
The
worst.
little sister.
Oh, is this the little sister? No, this is the classmate. This is the.
Oh, okay.
This is like the worst heroine from Oritachi. Number.
Well, you can only say that from the anime view. And from the anime view, we also have to go with the anime view of Fate's Day Night. Everyone is the worst thing ever.
True. Yeah, she's a relative. I mean, I want to say new, but I guess I can't really say. She's not very good.
She has few acting credits.
Yeah.
Her voice is really annoying, and her character is stupid as hell. She's just like, I want to fight stuff. I love this robot.
Yeah, the robot was the most like. I remember because I just didn't give a shit. So I was like just sitting around clipping my toes, my nails and stuff.
This isn't a ninja show.
And then like I turned up and like there's just like robots and I'm like, wait, what did I miss? I had to rewatch the entire episode because I'm like, wait, what the fuck? There's now robots in here, and like I felt like I like missed something.
There was a lot more sciencey, fake science, future gadget stuff than I expected.
Well, they build robots, and then there are magical robots that have the souls of
But
ancient
then there's
ninja
also
warriors.
like the airplane with like the genetic
Oh yeah,
experiments.
so like
and
it
they're
was
all
like
genetic
takes place in the
perfect.
future, but past.
The future past.
The future past. Okay, here's other things that I now remember that really bugged me. And I remember bringing this up in Skype. So the one loli ninja, 24/7, wears a bathing suit.
Yep.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay, there's-
I'll pull up a picture,
Are
but
there any more
Did I
colors?
miss it?
she wears a bathing
She
suit.
basically wears a bathing suit, but she has like
She
the
has
claws.
the cat. All I
and-
ever saw was like the cat.
Yeah,
the
she
cat,
has
it's
like
the top, but
animal.
if you look, the
Are there any more? There have to be more. Okay, here's the rest of the cards. I was like,
if you look at what she's actually
You're
wearing,
still sorting the cards?
yes.
Okay.
she wears. a
Do you
ba-
see all this, Jay? This
Okay.
wasn't
Wow,
sorted.
we got no results.
Yeah,
in the
this
search
Google
for
is not helping me out at all.
Did you get her name?
Yeah, this is her name. Looks like no one else in the entire world gives a shit about this show either.
Just do you still have a video up? The
Don't
videos
worry.
of it?
Whatever. It's not. She wears a bathing suit. She wears a
Yeah.
one-piece bathing suit, like
Yeah.
and like the claws and stuff. But her actual clothing is a bathing suit. The one scene where it's the pool episode, the hot springs episode. She wears like a frog suit or something. What was it? I think it was like a frog suit.
Yeah, like when they do the like underwater training
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's a frog suit. It's like.
Oh yeah, it was like a Mario frog suit.
Yeah, it was like she wears a bathing suit all the time, but the one time they're in water, she doesn't wear the bathing suit. Mind blown right there.
You're getting upset about some small things, and if that's blowing your mind, you
Even
might need to
worse,
see other things.
If you want to get,
she was dating that round Kappa thing.
She was dating a Kappa.
But like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I didn't even understand that till like the second to last episode, where that was the central point. Like, they brought it up before, but like I didn't connect the names.
You didn't care.
And like I just like it's like, oh, whatever, like it doesn't matter. This is just like a little thing. Then like then like the actual episode showed up, and I'm like, wait. So all those times, this is what they were talking about. This has been a running gag through the show.
I didn't recognize it until about that point either.
I recognized it a little bit before that, but yeah, it was like really, they're not supposed to like. They make it a point in several episodes to say that they're not supposed to fall in love, and this is like an open relationship.
There are so much love story things going on.
Like half
Well,
of it is just
Okay,
love story
there's
things.
there's the beginning one, which is like they agree never to like meet again or whatever. Understandable. Then there's the other one with like the main girl and the like.
Teacher.
No, that's just you just have to leave that alone. There's that guy.
I was just very confused because like the teacher thing, like it's obviously the central point, but like they just
Keep shooting it down.
yeah.
Oh, I have to apologize for what I said 3 weeks ago on the last thing, which was that one of the reasons I chose this was because of the art. and I'm like, oh, it looks like Sayonara. That occurred for about one picture, and that was the poster picture. That slightly looks like Sayonara.
Yeah, it really doesn't look like Sayonara at all.
Except for the fact that everyone's skinny.
So, like, all anime ever?
Not all anime ever.
The cap is not skinny.
The Kappa's not skinny. The Kappa, like, it's not even, like... It's like an oval, but, like, then with two arms
And the
a
thing
mouth.
is, I'm pretty sure one of the professors was also a Kappa. Like the engineering professor that they have in like
I think
two
he just wore a
episodes.
Kappa suit.
But like during the office meetings, he would stand in the water, and everyone else would be like,
I did not pick up on that.
yeah, he stands in the water. He had the turtle shell and like the Kappa ring around his head, but he just looked like a normal guy.
You paid more attention to this show than I did.
That's pretty trippy, actually.
Like I try and pay attention,
Yeah, I see.
but
I do too, but
there-
things did not stick with this show.
okay, why are there so many cards that we didn't use?
Oh, those are all other characters we didn't use.
Yeah,
But,
It was just... I don't really have much else to say.
okay, I'm gonna go into my complaints then.
Oh, good. I was wondering when you'd speak up.
Alright, so one, there is no plot or whatever, and it's not just that there's no plot, it's that they tease a plot in the very beginning and never do anything with it, going in
Nathan,
the complete
that's
opposite
the
direction.
second season.
I don't think that is,
Because this show has a second season.
which it does not deserve.
Wow.
It's so dumb, and it's like the one character that like I don't want to say I could stand, but didn't like completely infuriate me was the like white-haired girl that was like smart and good with herbs.
Yeah.
She was the only one that didn't like completely get on my nerves, because all the other ones had stupid little gimmicky things for what they were. And so it was like there was the little lowly girl that was dating the Kappa that would always go like,
She was an animal user.
Oh my god,
She
I
would-
hated it. I
she would
hated
have
her-
little-
I hated her gimmick. Like,
things.
smart as a rhino.
Yeah.
Like, as ignorant as an elephant.
I'm as surprised as a whale.
It's like, oh my god, she's the fuck. And then the other person, the Genguru had the would always end sentences with de arimas.
Yeah. There must be. And then there was the guy girl who would always go.
The guy girl.
There was the brown-haired girl is actually a guy.
Oh yeah,
She's
the
a
guy-
spy from the guy
trap.
from the male school. Yeah,
trap.
she's a trap.
Which they bring that up in the episode and then never bring it up again.
At one point, they say he when he's not around. That was kind of it.
Like, that could have been pure translators thing.
That could have been pure translators thing. I don't know.
But I don't think it
They,
was.
That
it's
character.
never brought up again.
Well, that's the point. They don't want to let him know that he's been found out
Yeah.
as a spy.
But that character would always go,
Because he's
my
a big
sources
loudmouth.
indicate, or
He's a
from my sources, and it pissed me off.
he's a big loudmouth.
It's,
Which I guess if we talk about characters, that would be my favorite character.
I refuse to do favorite characters.
You have to do favorite characters.
You have to
We've
pick-
gone over this before.
You gotta pick somebody. But so there's that person who would always go like, from my sources or whatever, and that one wasn't as bad as the others.
I thought all their
like
gimmicks were
three,
so annoying.
but it was so it was annoying.
Their
Which is
gimmicks
not
were
as,
so
not
fucking
as annoying.
Okay, the elf. First off,
Why is she a student?
is she a student?
She's a student.
They-
She was in.
she was
She
in
was
the
in their
test.
finals.
I know, but she was there. But at no other point in time did they ever like mention she's a student. I thought she was a teacher,
No, she's a
and until like the final,
she's
like,
a
oh,
student
she's a
who eats food and gives magic fortune-telling food.
That's pretty much it. And then she just like teleports randomly. She teleports
Well,
and
everyone
has
teleports.
fortune-telling.
They're all ninjas.
No. People like do the whole. She just.
She goes up in a
shows
cloud
out
of smoke,
nowhere.
and then yeah.
But like, there was also like the times where it's like they would be looking this way, turn this way to talk to someone, and that person would be behind her, and then they would look back and be like, "Oh, what? How?" Actually, that happened about twice in the beginning.
I hated
So
that.
then everyone just started accepting it. They could just be wherever the fuck they want.
I think that was definitely my least favorite character because there
she
was
wasn't
no
a character.
there was no purpose for her.
I just took a photo of my crotch on my phone. Whoops.
You enjoy your night. Okay.
But okay, there's the main character who's like, I'm gonna become a good ninja, but then she can't even follow basic ninja rules.
But she's also the ninja nerd. It's all about TV shows. You can learn things by watching TV.
It's otaku pandering.
It's so bad. So bad.
Favorite character, Truman?
Oh god.
Ethan's was the white-haired herbalist.
Yeah, kind of. Because she didn't really have that much of a gimmick. Her gimmick was she was kind of smart, and that was kind of it.
Didn't offend you.
Yeah.
Being unoffensive is a good quality to have.
Oh my god. I hated all of them so much.
Well, what did you hate about her?
Who did you hate the least?
It's like she was just kind of there, and she would occasionally call people stupid.
She was just boring and
Yeah, she was boring, but she wasn't fucking annoying.
And I like the trap.
the trap.
Like of the ones that had gimmicks, the trap was the least annoying.
I guess I'll go for the lolly.
The
Really?
Holy?
The
Yeah.
lolly was.
Just because she was less annoying than the Ganguro and less
Yeah.
fucking just
Okay,
awful as a
Ganguru was
character.
the worst one.
Ganguro
without a
He was
doubt.
objectively the worst one. Like, literally had no point to being around.
Like her whole gimmick was she was angry into the Dearimasu thing.
Yeah.
And then fell in love with the robot.
Yeah, and like, at least the others had like gimmicks and relevant stuff that happened. Hers was just like, hey, she's around and like she does stuff and yeah, that's it. And like the whole thing's like, yeah, she's like super, like she's the warrior one. But then the one episode where the shitty MC girl fought her, she totally sucked at it. It was like near the end.
Right.
I don't remember exactly, but I remember she like just dodged all her sword attacks. He was like, wow, that's a letdown, isn't it?
Okay. Let's go into final scores.
God.
So we can stop talking about this.
Okay, I gave it a 3.
3.
The only reason it's not a 1 or a 2 is because the 1s and 2s are reserved for shows I hate.
With the passion.
I really hate.
So like there's this whole thing where it's like it goes down to about 5 in my scale. Then 1, 3, 4 and 3 are just I don't remember that well. And then despise. You'd probably more recommend a 1 or a 2 before
Exactly.
a 3
I have
or
a
4.
I have a higher chance of telling someone to watch a 1 or a 2 just for like the shock factor of how bad it is. This is like the bottom barrel of it will never be mentioned again after this moment. I don't think I will ever say the words Himawari ever again as soon as this is done.
Season 2?
Never.
Jacob.
Quasar before this.
Quasar before this. Okay, we'll do that. Then we'll do Quasar, then this immediately afterwards again. No promises.
Man.
I would give it a 4.
No.
Slightly better
was wondering
for
what that's
pretty
right.
much the same reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so unmemorable.
It's so unmemorable. There's no plot, which really annoys me. And the thing with the plot is like they tease at it. They're like, "Hey, look, this plane is crashing. This guy saves the girl,
This guy has a strange mark on
and
his
he's got
neck.
this strange mark." And she sees it, and she runs into a guy with a similar mark. A few years later, when she goes to the Ninja Academy, there's something up. We're never going to talk about it.
Just never. Just it's not gonna like they just never. You know, remember at one time? Didn't at one time it changed
Didn't no.
or like
his-
it glowed or something? Something like.
His is like slightly different.
Yeah,
than
his
the
is
other
different than
guy.
the other one. The other one had a curved blade. His was straight,
I think so.
or maybe the other way around.
Or like like his was like a mirror or something of the other one, so that it was like on the wrong side of. Like the,
No, it was the same side. It was
the
the
marks were on the same
blade was different.
Well,
The
no,
other
but
one-
like the marks around the blade were
Oh, maybe
switched
that-
to
maybe
the other
that-
side or something like that. But yeah, this show gets a 3, and it's a different 3 than like Lovely Complex, which is like just a show that does not appeal to me. This is just a show that can appeal to anyone.
It's just this show was just.
Stop looking at cards. Stop going through cards while we're doing this.
It's the face that really gets me the most.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this show is just. I just. Why did anyone bother to make it ever? Like, when they made it, they should have been like, "Oh, wow, well, we messed up," and then just deleted it.
Yeah, like I don't see how there can be an audience for this. I can see how there can be an audience for Lovely Complex. I don't see
Yeah.
how there can be an
Or,
audience
like,
for this at all.
The bad shows have like Queensblade has an audience. This show, how?
So in conclusion, we don't like it.
I don't see how anyone could like it.
Like, it's not like horror bad that makes you remember it. This is just like in 2 weeks I'll try and think about Himawari and I'm not gonna remember anything.
You'll be like, someone's like, hey, have you ever watched Himawari? And you'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think one of my buddies mentioned it, but I haven't seen it yet. And then I'll go and rewatch the first couple episodes and be like, oh.
So what was the movie you had us watch? Also,
My Conquest is the Sea of Stars, the prequel movie to Legend of the Galactic Heroes from 1988.
And it was so goddamn good.
it was the combat scenes are pretty good. I was kind of just mad about everything else, but that's because I don't like sci-fi that much.
Really?
I don't like sci-fi that much. We've been over this.
I don't remember us having this discussion ever.
It's probably recorded somewhere
When?
towards the beginning.
Probably when we did
A year ago,
Slayers.
maybe like half a year ago.
Maybe.
It's probably when we did Slayers. But yeah, Legend of Galactic Heroes. You should. My Conquest of the Sea of Stars. If you listen to this, you should watch that. 'Cause it is really
It's
good.
like I'll say, even though it's like it wasn't really my thing, I could see why people would like it, and
I don't mind.
I could recommend it to people.
My biggest thing with it is like, you know how you watch shows, like the big trend right now is to have a show where like oh, it's the super cool badass villain who like, oh, you it's like, you know, you love to hate him, or you hate to love him.
You love to hate him.
Yeah.
You love to hate him. Oh, that's it. Yeah. And then
Had it
this
right
was just like,
first.
hey, also now the hero is super badass. Like the hero was just so cool. The main character, the blonde
Except
guy.
there isn't. It's not supposed. I don't think he's supposed to be a hero.
It's supposed to be
I
like a
think it's-
gray line. I'm pretty
It's
sure.
supposed to be.
There-
Yes, it's supposed to be great. You're supposed to no. You're supposed to love both Siegfried.
You're supposed to love the commanders of both sides.
Yeah, you're supposed
Yeah.
to love those two commanders of both
Siegfried.
sides,
In their
and
war.
and want both of them to win.
Yeah, you're supposed to like and understand them. I don't know about love them. Because I mean, I think his name's Siegfried.
We'll just call him Siegfried. And
He's like,
Wow.
he still seems kind of cold
oh, he's
and
cool. I mean,
emotionless.
yeah, I wouldn't even say that because he obviously there's no point was he like, you know, coldly sacrificing anything. He was like my
No,
first.
everyone needs to live.
Yeah,
No,
at
like,
all times
he's
his
like-
first goal was the survival of his fleet.
Like he seems too calm, like the entire time.
That's
He
how
never-
you command.
Like even like before, after the battle, there's no emotion from him at all,
Good point.
and that's not like a bad thing, but that just means he isn't the hero that you
Oh,
love.
Reinhard. Siegfried is the right hair guy.
Oh,
We got
okay.
him mixed up.
That's why, because he says
Yeah.
Siegfried a lot,
And then Yang
Reinhard.
Wenli is
Yeah.
the other commander.
which
Okay.
we don't get to see too much of him.
Yeah, you don't. I've watched actually only the first 3 episodes of the series itself, and even then, it's like it evens out how much you get of the two.
Okay.
And but this one is basically mainly focused on Reinhard. And
Because it's supposed to be like his stepping into his admiral position.
yeah, exactly. And actually with the first episode of the actual show, he's just been promoted to like the High Admiral. Like he's taken over the High Admiral position of the fortress.
Okay.
But yeah, no, honestly, I love the show, and it's one of those shows that like, man, I wish I had like a summer of free time to just do nothing but watch this.
All right. So we should move on to the weekly watch
Let's
and
start
the ending of our shows.
It's the ending of the weekly watch for fall. No, summer.
Summer.
With two shows are done.
It's like
Watermo,
What?
Uchiten.
Yeah, those 2 shows finish this list.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, those are ones. Oh, and then
So-
for us, Servant Thanks Service.
Oh yeah, Uchiten actually had a fitting ending, I think.
Honestly, yeah, it actually, I mean,
Just everything worked out.
everything kind of did just.
Everything kind of goes back to the same thing, except the brother comes back. I think.
Yeah, the brother is Zach, but still a frog. He's out of the well.
Yeah,
Is
but
he
he's
still-
working on changing back.
Yeah, he. Yeah,
Like he's willing to talk to his mother again, and that's nice.
I thought that was a big
That's
thing. I hadn't like noticed it till he mentioned it. That like he had never spoken to his mother since.
Yeah, his mother doesn't go and see him because
Yeah.
she knows it hurts him to think about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, actually, I didn't notice that. I was like, wow, that's pretty. That's something I totally missed, but makes sense completely. And then other than that,
It's like I love Uchiten.
I thought Uchida was great.
Yeah.
I definitely rated it pretty high. I don't know. Well, it was great, but for me, I'll just say right now, I'm gonna start it out. I gave it an 8.
I'll go 9.
See,
It
for
hit
me-
that awesome level.
I don't know. For me, yeah, it never quite hit that awesome level.
It hit my awesome level.
Yeah.
Mainly because I like the main character so much, and it focuses so much on him.
And like, it was one of those shows that he's good. I'd recommend, but like, I'm not gonna rave about it.
Yeah, I'd see that. Like,
That's-
I'd give it an 8 too. It's
Yeah.
a show, like, if you're not into action shows, this would be something I'd say, yeah, you gotta watch.
Try it.
Yeah.
But if you like action shows,
Don't try it.
no, still try it.
Yeah, still try it,
But it, like,
Don't
there will
expect.
be other shows that I would put more preference on.
exactly. There's
Like, this is like, when you have the time, get to it.
exactly.
But, watch Gurren Lagann and watch Katanagatari and all that
Like,
stuff.
yeah, like, hey, and like, I can go up to anyone who's like, she's like, oh, I've watched it. Maybe watch Katana Gatori. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's like, what's it about? Doesn't matter. Just watch it. You don't need to know anything. Just watch it. This
Yeah.
one's I have to be like, oh, well, it follows these. You have to explain it and get
Yeah.
a little setup, and it's like, yeah, it's good. You have to like give that. For me, it was good, but it wasn't anything particularly special. It had no. That's my opinion of it.
Okay.
Although this person on Reddit differs, as they say that it revealed to them the meaning of life.
Well, I can understand someone saying that.
Well,
I mean,
it is
it's
kind
very-
of like full of life lessons. It's
Oh, definitely. And
chill.
Yeah, it's a kind of
there's definitely
semi-philosophical
a
show.
person who's gonna be hit a lot more seriously than I am,
Right.
or than someone. Some people are gonna be hit really seriously by it.
Well,
some people won't.
this is like, the show is all about,
Did you watch all of Danganronpa?
relaxing.
Really?
Don't worry about it.
Like the show is like, oh, kind of go with the flow and have fun and relax, live your life.
Exactly.
And for some people, it takes that to heart from the show, but that's not going to be
What
us.
was it? What was the thing they said?
Be interesting?
Be interesting. Be
What's fun is
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
What's fun is good. Yeah.
So, Watamote. Anyone want to remind me of the last episode? Because I don't remember it.
She tries to get up the courage to talk to the one girl.
No, wait, she was focusing on the future.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was focusing on the future, but that was becoming like the girl that had talked
Yeah,
to her
because-
during
oh.
the school festival or the culture festival.
So I think this actually went past what I've read in the anime or manga. Like this is probably I think this is the only episode I didn't be like, oh, I remember this from the manga. But it was a pretty funny episode or a pretty funny thing to end on.
It ended on a long run sequence.
It's her just in tears and just spittle.
God, I think this is a show that was definitely a better to watch airing like one week,
Yeah.
one episode a week. I
Well,
think
like we said, like Nathan said, he would have torn off his cheeks if he had to sit down.
yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely would have been too much to watch.
The
at
first
once.
half is really cringy, and the second half isn't as cringy.
It gets more sorrow. Just
Like-
oh.
I expected cringe. Like in the second to last episode at the culture festival, when her friend comes
Yeah.
and she goes to grab her ass. I was like, oh god, this is gonna be bad. People's reaction is gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? And she's gonna stare and stuff. I'm like, oh man, I could already tell I'm gonna feel so bad. And then, it didn't happen. So
It
it's
just-
just like, okay,
They didn't cross the
bullet
line.
dodged.
Yeah, they stopped really crossing the line.
I think the cousin episode, that one's super cringy, and the voice actor episode, super cringy.
The voice actor episode just takes the cake, really.
Both of those were the best and worst.
Definitely.
And so, Servant Tech Service, you want to talk
Servant Tech
about?
Service. I was right.
No, you weren't. I believe I was right.
They left it in a really gray area.
They didn't leave it in a gray area. She just said not now.
That's a gray area.
That's not a gray area to
That's
me.
called
That's-
teasing leading
But that's
on.
not a gray area to
Oh
me.
my god, it's
Okay,
totally.
Okay, explain to me the other show.
It's this non-committal.
Working. That was
Leading
the other
on.
one, right? Working.
Yeah.
How does that end?
That one didn't have any commitment
It had
at
no-
all.
it-
This one does.
Yeah.
So in this
So
one,
I was really happy
She
with
gives
this one.
she gives an answer, but it's not
Her
a
answer
definitive
is,
answer.
Her answer is no, not now.
Yeah, so she gives an answer, but it's not definitive.
Yeah.
And the other one, the question isn't even brought up.
It's not as bad. I'll give you that. they
I'm
actually
so
answer.
happy with
it
this
ends
ending.
with an answer,
I love this show.
but it's a gray answer.
He got the
Okay.
email.
Okay, the thing with
He got
this
the email
ending.
from Lucy.
Oh, the mail address.
Okay, with this ending, it seems like it might go into another season.
Exactly. See, it cock teases you into another season, into season 2.
That's not necessarily bad though.
I'm not saying it's bad, but
I love it.
that was the argument. Will they actually be
But
going
there
out?
was a yes, basically.
Or will they just cock tease us into another
There was
season?
a yes, basically, and I'm happy with that.
God, I wish. What was
I love this show.
what was the guy's name? The male
Sabe?
character. Yeah, Sabe. I wish his sister would have been brought in more. I thought his sister was a good character.
Okay.
Also, I like the fact that the tsundere had the constant anger mark on her cheek at all times.
Yeah. So, the next season? Or do you have anything to bring up from last season still?
Not particularly.
Not particularly?
No. Oh, I mean, I finished the tarot card show, which I liked until the ending. I thought the ending was... Yeah, they just really dropped the ball on the ending, which was unfortunate.
Galactic Princess, on the other hand, had an awesome ending fight.
Never watched it.
So beautiful. It has that whole like super cheesy part where it's like, we gotta get ready for battle, and then it's like the mech loads up, and then they do like their animation to get ready to fight, then they blast off.
I remember
It was really fun.
the
for me.
last over-the-top mech anime you told me to watch. What was that show?
Well, it's not.
called?
It's
It
not
was.
over the top. It's just that. Whoa! They're all
Yes,
getting
it-
ready to go.
Which one was it? What was the show called?
Star Driver.
Star Driver. That was it. What did I give Star
Oh,
Driver?
you hated it. It's
I,
right there.
I definitely hated it. Oh, there we go. No, that's...
You were on it. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I hated Star Driver. I'll give it a 3. I despise Star Driver. It was such a pain in the dick. And I don't know. That's kind of what
Well,
this
it doesn't
is.
have all
That's
that.
what this is your show's
No,
about.
this doesn't have like all that
Teenage
super
angst?
pretentious stuff.
Pretentious teenage angst. Yeah, hopefully.
It has some. It has some teenage angst, but not all the pretentious. Life lessons of everything. Anyways, what are we watching for the next season? Fall season.
Well, first one, Kill la Kill,
Kill La Kill.
which the first
The first episode we saw.
The first episode was incredible. It was like a 24-minute roller coaster ride.
It was really well paced.
It was like maximum everything.
No, it's like they slowed down at parts, so like the next hill would be crazy awesome.
Like, my favorite thing I think is the titles, like the words that just shoot up, just like name and like what they are. I think that is my favorite part of it.
My favorite part is that this season Scissors will be good.
This season's version of Scissors will be good.
Also, and like they go back to like maximum action, maximum like crazy, classic Gynex over the topness, maximum
It's not
fan
Gynax.
service. Oh, is it not Gynex?
It's
No.
like the
Oh,
director
it's just the director.
It's just the director
Oh.
from Gurren Lagann and FLCL and some of the major artists.
Oh my bad. I kind of just assumed it was Gynex doing it. Who is
Just
doing
it looks like Gynax. That's one of the things.
it? Yeah,
because
it's
it's
true.
the art team,
It's
right?
Aniplex.
Really? Oh wow.
But
And then just maximum fan service,
Yeah, I didn't fight. We had a lot of fan service,
which was funny.
and they made fun of it too. which
Oh,
is
they
nice.
did, but
they are self-aware.
that didn't mean they didn't. They didn't. It doesn't. They still went maximum fan service.
Yeah.
What did you pick?
Samurai Flamenco.
Samurai Flamenco. Why'd you pick it? There was a reason. I forgot it completely.
What,
And I was like,
okay,
yes.
One of them, I think they had like the director or the writer or something was from a good show. Can't remember what it was. Do you have it up, Truman?
No, I'm trying to find out when the first episode airs.
And if we've already missed it, we'll just hang it out.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm looking for right now.
Okay.
It should be towards the bottom.
Yeah.
I ended up picking. Okay, this is a long title that I am not going to say
According
correctly.
to this, 3 days.
From now.
Yeah, from now.
Okay, that's when Samurai
Who does
Flamenco
it?
comes out.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the long title that I'm going to pronounce wrong that I chose. Or no
They have a new name for it.
Setakushi
No,
Gaku
no
and Love
Kome.
Comedy.
No Kome.
Yeah, but that's the shortened name. I wanted to say the long name. Love Comedy was Zenro Yoku Deni Jaba Shira.
If you can't say it, just shorten it.
But it's so much more fun to butcher Japanese.
I think we should have the line from Samurai Flamenco.
To
Say
the anime tagline reads, "To those adults who don't want to become adults, and the hero who will never give up, never hide, and never be defeated, and never accept evil."
Never accept.
Oh, and no, just never.
Okay.
that makes me feel
But
good.
it's like I chose this show because both these guys' shows sound awesome, and I'm looking for the next Inu.
Then you probably should have picked this.
Well, but that's like ecchi.
It
Inu
looks
wasn't.
like ecchi wrestling. Yup, female pro wrestling. Yes, this is what I should have picked.
That's why I waited for you to pick something. But it's about. What is Samurai Flamenco about?
You don't know. No one knows.
It looks like a Sentai.
It just looks cool.
That's the word, right? Sentai?
Yeah.
Sentai. It's a Sentai anime.
And then this show that I chose was about a guy who randomly sees multiple choice quizzes, and the first one of the show is 1. A beautiful girl will fall before him, or 2. He will fall from the rooftop in female clothes.
I think to say a multiple choice quiz, I think that's
Okay.
bad translation. It's VN choice. It's a VN
It's a
choice.
VN choice, but
VN
yeah.
choice is going to pop
He
up.
sees multiple options in his head, and the one he chooses happens.
Yeah.
And it just looks. I don't.
The third Madoka movie comes out this season.
What else comes out?
Persona movie, Bayonetta movie.
You and me are probably gonna watch IS.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching IS. I'm gonna watch. I heard good things about the first episode of Golden Time.
That's good. It's pretty good.
Kyoko Koi no Kanata. I heard that one's supposed to be pretty
meh.
good. What else? I think I'm gonna watch at least a few episodes of Log Rise and see if it's worth continuing. And this
The BlazBlue anime.
Diabolic Lovers, this shoujo vampire anime, because I'm a masochist.
BlazBlue anime though. We might actually get a BlazBlue story that we can understand without having to be good at the fighting game.
Because I'm very bad at it.
And then me and Nathan are continuing Monogatari.
Yep. I haven't watched this week's, but I watched last week's.
Snakes.
Yeah, she usually agrees to help the snake out.
I haven't watched this one either. And all of Pokemon Origins has aired. So if you guys want to watch that, we can talk about that.
Hey, the Kill Me Baby OVA is coming out.
Never mention that again.
New Kiss X Sis OVA.
Never mention that again either. Oh, hey, Assassination Classroom is having a TV. It's not announced. They're making Assassination Classroom an anime.
Even that one manga.
Yeah, it's an awesome manga.
I know. I started. I opened it up once and then never.
Oh, and I was also going to watch Yuroza Kora Quartet. Or Corlet.
It is here.
Over to. But up there's an anime of it that's basically just a remake. Redo.
Oh. Alright.
And I've been meaning to get into that one. So, anything else we got?
I think that's it for now.
Next week's-
Next week.
I don't remember what it's called. I just remember
Campione.
Campione, and then there's the title.
I just know Campione. That's all I remember.
In the description it said he fights and kills a god, and then becomes like chosen as a god slayer, and he has to fight gods and stuff. So
I remember.
Why'd you choose an ecchi show?
I asked Jay for a description, and what he told me sounded like Fate's Day Night.
Well, I was totally wrong.
like if you go read
There
the
was something
description
about,
on-
fighting girl and killing something.
On Val, it's like he becomes
I'm-
the god slayer.
I may
Just
have
tasked with
changed
killing
God
rogue
with
gods.
demon.
Some people suddenly find religion. Oh my god, no. You know what's going to be bad if it starts out with that. But for 16-year-old blah blah blah, it's that
Religion.
really
All
old-time
people who are
religion that's
different.
found him.
How does it go?
Wait, time. As a result of defeating the god of war in mortal combat, Goto is struck with the unwanted position of Campione or God Slayer, whose duty is to fight heretical gods whenever they try to muscle in on the local turf.
Yeah.
Not only is this likely to make go to roadkill on the highway to heaven, but it's also a job that comes with a lot of other problems, like how to deal with the fact that his enhanced status is attracting a bevy of overly worshipping female followers.
No.
After all,
I
they're
didn't read all of this.
After all,
Yeah.
they're just there to aid him in his demi-godly duties, right? So why did their leader, the demonically manipulative sword mistress Erica Prendelli, seem to have such a devilish interest in encouraging some very unorthodox activities? Oh my god, ecchi and harem tags. Good one, Nate. Good one.
I
After
hate
this,
you.
we can watch High School DxD.
I hate you so much
Oh
right
my
now.
god, it's my choice next, isn't it?
It is your
We're
choice.
definitely watching High School DxD.
I hate you too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Dude.
So we get 3 weeks of good stuff and 3 weeks of shit.
Look at in recommendations, similarities with High School DxD, magic, ecchi, and harem with an interesting plot.
I guess that's it for the weekly watch this week. Tune in next week when we're watching Campione. What was the rest of it?
Who gives harem, ecchi, harem.
I'm Darkly 10,000, and for all of us here, goodbye.
See ya.
Give me a hug.
No.
Give me a hug.
No.
For the microphone. Give
Oh
me
my
a hug.
god, what do you mean for the microphone?
Just give me a hug.
What did you just say?
Just give me a hug.
You didn't say that.
Maybe a little squeeze. Nathan, come here. You too. Okay. Yes, Nathan.